Breaker Broke 23. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the BluDento BLT HD. Now I'm on their website right now, and I'm just going to run over the advertised specifications real quick. I'm not going to make a long drawn out video on this because, you know, really we just want to know what this thing sounds like. But I'm going to read off of their website. Specifications are as follows. Bluetooth version 5.0 CSR 8675 chipset. Bluetooth profiles A2DP version 1.3.1 EDR. aptX HD, aptX low latency, aptX classic, MP3, AAC, SBC, Wave, FLAC, and DSD audio codecs. Built-in DAC T1 Burr Brown PCM 5102A PCM interface 32-bit 38.4 kilohertz max. Supports 48 kilohertz / 24-bit LPCM audio data. DAC SNR 112 dB, so signal to noise ratio. Receiver sensitivity, basic rate typical, 90 dB per meter or 90 dBm. Audio input, Bluetooth only. Audio outputs are analog stereo RCA, digital toslink optical, and SPDIF coaxial. Power supply is DC 5 volts, 0.2 amps, to 3 amp USB power adapter required, not included. Yes, they did not include it. This BluDento BLT HD goes for $99 on Amazon. They also have the BluDento BLT they have the BLT 2, which is Bluetooth 4.0, and it is just oh my gosh, it was just aptX and not aptX HD. All right, you guys, so I've had this unit for a few weeks now, and I've been really putting it through the ringer. I've actually been comparing it, if you can see over here to the top left, against the Audio Engine B1, which sells for $189. That is another video, and that's coming up, so stay tuned. Please subscribe, hit the like button if you like this video, please. And support us on Amazon, because every time you guys buy something from Amazon, I get a little commission from good old Dr. Evil. That means I'm not going to hit you guys up for PayPal or Patreon or anything like that. I mean, if you're going to order from Amazon, please click on one of my links and then do your ordering. That's how I can afford to buy this stuff. All right, this puppy goes for $99 on Amazon. It comes with instruction manual, the Amazon gift card, a decent box, but who cares? And it comes with a pretty nice USB cord here. As it stated on the website, it does not have the AC adapter. I would like to see that, but you know, it is what it is. It does come with a small toslink cable, which I thought was kind of cool. It's about 1.5 feet. I think that's standard on that. All right, quick. On the front, we have a permanently mounted antenna, and you can lay it down if you would like for easy storage, or you could put it up. On the front, we have no buttons. We just have a pair light here. That tells you if you're paired. If it's blinking, it's not. If it's solid, it's paired. This is a very easy unit to pair. I really like this unit a lot. Okay, on the rear panel, we have our little power plug for the mini USB. We have optical output, we have coax output, and then we have analog right and left output. Left, right, right, left. It's bass-ackwards, but you know what? That seems to be the way they do this. This is built in a pretty rugged case. It is an aluminum case with plastic end caps on here. We're going to take a look inside at the very end of this video, so stick with me. This antenna is not removable. So at first I didn't really like that option, but I'm a radio guy, and radio guys understand that anytime you have a coaxial type connector where you have a connector on this end and then a connector on the chassis. Yes, there is a very, very small bit of loss. So this is very lossless, so you're going to get tons of range. And I like the fact that it is mounted on there and it is adjustable. So that's kind of cool. Obviously, if it was me, I would put this unit on top of whatever receiver I'm using, because then it's on top of everything. It's not behind the unit or inside the unit, and we're going to get maximum range. So this, I think, I saw somewhere it had a maximum advertised range of approximately 100 feet. In the real world situation in a house, I can go into a couple different rooms, and I'll draw a little diagram and show you guys that later. It has a pretty good real world range though. This summer I probably will take some of these units outside. I have done an open range test on the Micus RTX 2.0. Look for it in my list of videos. I got 411 received, or 411 feet distance out of that, and I was pretty impressed. Now that's open air and not kind of a real world situation, but it does show you what that stuff is capable of. I believe this is going to come pretty close to that, so stay tuned for that. That'll be probably this spring. It gets a little nicer outside. All right, well, all that being said, here's the deal. I run vintage equipment. I run old Marantzas, Techniques, Kenwood amps and stuff, and so I don't use anything that really has a digital input. I'm old school, I'm analog, I like vintage receivers. They sound way better than that audio video stuff. I know that's arguable with some of you guys, but it is the truth, so it is what it is. That being said, in this test, I used the analog RCA outputs. This is nice because if you have a really nice outboard DAC, you can bypass the internal DAC in here and go straight into yours for even more of an upgraded sound. That stuff is fun to play around with, but we're here for basic, well, basically audio is what I'm looking for. I want to give you guys the lowdown on how this thing sounds. How does it sound? This thing sounds exceptional. I like this unit a lot. This is one of the best sounding Bluetooths I've had come across my bench in years. Yes, it is Bluetooth version 5.0, and it does have the built-in DAC. Is it worth $100? Yes, I believe so. I like the left and right channel separation with this. This is a very fun unit to listen to. It's not grainy. It doesn't have that two-way radio sound that some of the lower end Bluetooth units have. This has a very nice detailed sound. It has some nice bright highs. This is not a dull and boring unit to listen to. I really enjoy it. It has very smooth, not overemphasized lows, but it does sound very good, especially if you're going to use this on an old vintage receiver. This is a very, very nice unit. All right, is it worth $100? You know, what was it? 95 bucks. That's right. I may have said 99 earlier, but it's 95 bucks on Amazon. Yes, it is worth it. I love the preamp level output that this comes out, or that this unit puts out. They did not give me a rated output level, but I'm going to say this comes to close to a full 2 volts RMS output. I really like that. And what I mean by that is this is a great matchup for most any receivers. A lot of these low budget $13, $20, $40, $50 Bluetooth units just don't have enough output level to drive an amplifier properly. And what I mean by that is we'll just go over to the Marantz real quick. And what I'm talking about is on some of these less expensive, let's get it off here. I don't want to play any music here. So what I'm talking about with preamp level and having a good preamp output like this one does, I can fill the house at about 9 o'clock. This is a very comfortable volume here. It gets the system going. It sounds really nice. A lot of these cheaper ones, to achieve that level, we've got to come up here to like the halfway point. And at that point, a lot of amplifiers, you know, depending on what you use, you basically don't have any headroom left, and your Bluetooth sounds, well, not so hot. And a lot of, in quotes, audiophiles they don't really take that into consideration, and so they poo-poo Bluetooth. Oh, Bluetooth sounds terrible. It's not audiophile. It's a waste of time. Yada yada yada. Okay, the BluDento is not that guy. This is a very nice unit. So you get a nice audio output signal level. You get a very good sound from this. It has very good range, and I'm very happy with it, especially at 99 bucks. It comes in quite well. A lot of bang for your buck. Alrighty, that being said, my next video is going to be the Bluetooth shootout here. The $95 BluDento is going to go up against the $190, what was it, $189 Audio Engine B1. And you know, they look a little similar, don't they, guys? Okay, well we'll stay tuned. There's a little teaser right there. All right, so that being said, the BluDento BLT HD is an awesome unit, and if you guys are just getting into Bluetooth, may I suggest just buying one of these and not even messing around with the little guys. I do a lot of Bluetooth videos. I've got a drawer full of Bluetooth receivers. This puppy, and maybe that one over there. Anyway, this one's like my favorite so far. A lot of bang for your buck, guys. Definitely well worth it. All right, so I am going to crack this puppy open and show you the insides. And then I'm going to kind of try to do a little map here of my living quarters and show you kind of like a real world comparison as far as range. Okay, so I've made a quick diagram here roughly of the layout here. This is the basement of the home that I'm living in currently. We have a bedroom 1 here. We have the audio room. This is kind of like a front room to a mother-in-law apartment. We have the furnace room with various, we have actually two furnaces in here, and I have various ductwork here kind of illustrated. We have a water heater here, and then we have a bathroom here, a bathroom here. Then I have a staircase that goes upstairs with 13 steps in it. Yeah, it's a little unlucky, but it is what it is. All right, so my main receiver stays here in the audio room. We have the Klipsch Forte here, one here. And with these units that I've been testing out with the antennas on them, I get pretty good range. With the unit sitting on top of the receiver here, I can go all the way through the home, past these vents. Remember, there's electrical wiring in all the walls. And I get up to about step number 3. And my standardized test is holding my Samsung smartphone in my back pocket. So I want to try to do a real world thing. It's not like I'm holding the phone up above my head or purposely holding it out or anything like that to get a better distance. So I usually check all my receivers like this. And when I check like the Harman Kardon receiver and some of the receivers I use in my other videos, I usually can get just outside of the bathroom here and about in this little, just about to the hallway, and they start cutting out somewhere like right in here. It doesn't like all of these furnace ducts and the wall, the wiring and all of that kind of stuff. So, you know, that's about what I get for range. Now the BluDento, I can come out and I can get to about the 3rd, maybe 4th step, somewhere right in here. But I want to be realistic, so I'm going to go to about step number 3. So I'm going to use this same chart when I compare this BluDento against the B1 as well. But like I say, most of my units that I get are about right in here. So yes, I do get real world extended range. And of course, your mileage will vary. Next, let's take a look at the inside of the BluDento, and this video is done. Okay, so I've taken the little Allen screws out of the front and the back of this unit, and we're going to pop it open. So what you do is you take off the back piece first. Just comes right out. Then we're going to slide it out the front just like this. Here's that aluminum chassis I was talking about, or the aluminum housing. The inserts are threaded here for the Allens, and they actually threaded them, as you can see inside. Some manufacturers are a little sloppy with that, so these are actually threaded. So it's very rugged construction. I really like that, and it's good looking. We have our little back panel. And what they did here is we've got our board, we've got our little front panel here, and it just kind of, well, it's kind of pinned inside these this little area right here. So I am not going to really force it, but it's kind of a neat way they constructed it. Here's our little pilot light. I like that. All right, there's the insides. Where are all the tubes and the wires? Oh, wait, this is 2020. But anyway, this is kind of cool. It is a brand specific board, so it's not like a generic, so it's BluDento HD. This is our Bluetooth chipset right here. Let me get something. This is our Bluetooth chipset right here. Here's our antenna. And yeah, it's kind of neat. So I'm not going to pretend to tell you this is where the Burr Brown DAC is or anything like that, because I honestly don't know. Okay, so there you go. I like how they have this set up for our RCA outputs. This is a very rugged way to do this, so they're not flopping around. Digital output is nice and sturdy. Okay, I've seen a lot of people complaining about these and the audio engine. The rear 5-volt input comes loose, and people have actually broke them, or they've come off of the PC board. So I want you guys to understand this. This is kind of delicate stuff here. And that being said, when you're plugging this thing in to power, you know, don't be a freaking animal. Let me see here. Let me grab the one off of the B1 here. All right. So what I like to do is I like to see which way the plug is oriented right here. Okay. Sorry about the light. I'm filming this with with my new GoPro 8, by the way. It's kind of working out pretty good. So what I like to do is I like to match it up. So the little beveled side is pointing down. So that's the way you're going to put it in there. All right. You're going to put it in like that. And then what I like to do, and you know, you may have a different opinion, but I like to carefully wiggle it as I put it in. I'm not just shoving it in there, and I'm, you know, really paying attention to how I'm putting it in. So you're really not going to have a problem. But honestly, you really don't need to plug and unplug this thing all the time. When I plug this into my Marantz or my Technics receivers, I actually put the AC adapter on a switched lead on the back of my receiver. So when I turn my stereo receiver on and off, it turns this unit on and off. So honestly, there's really no reason to have to plug and unplug this every time you go to use it. It's just not necessary. Please go into this understanding that this is a delicate connector. All right. And until they do something different, that's just kind of the way it is. But anyway, that's the inside of that. Kind of cool, huh? Look at all that surface mount technology. How small that stuff is. Really neat. Anyway, that's what it looks like inside. Once again, I'm very happy with the sound of this. It's a nice, bright, cheery sounding device. And this is audiophile for Bluetooth, in my opinion. All right. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. And once again, please help support this channel by shopping on Amazon via my links in the description box.